Hello and welcome to After Hours, brought to you by the Emory Hotel, the home of horology in London.
A place where we truly celebrate the art of time well spent. Joining me is none other than the brilliant author, historian and journalist, Nick Fowles. Together we'll be sharing the heady cocktail of all the things we love most about the watch world. Tune in as we unveil the rock stars of haute horology, one-of-a-kind watch designs, an exclusive window into the world of watchmaking.
Hello and welcome to After Hours, here at the Emory.
The home of high horology.
The home of high horology.
The home
Nick,
of high horology. I'll learn that one day, George. Maybe one day I'll learn that. But let us. We could be here all day re-practicing this great introduction.
Definitely, Nick, we are in for an absolute treat.
We are in for an absolute treat. That Italian in London, as they call it.
Well, the Italian
in London, even actually.
Well,
the Italian in bloody Henley or something like that.
Well, honestly, I'm so happy that he agreed to come on this show.
It's very kind of him.
Davide.
Without ado, let us welcome Davide Cerrato.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you? How wonderful to see you.
I'm going to do something
Same,
different.
thank you very much.
Come
Hey.
on. See, I got a hug. I got a hug.
You're so manly, both.
Oh, I'm trying my best.
Oh. So, Davide, for those of you who will know, obviously, but recapitulate. I met you first when you were working at Tudor.
Yeah, a long time
It
ago.
was about 15 years ago, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And what were the what? I mean, you were. I remember Tudor. People didn't know what Tudor was, and I remember it only because I knew the old ones at auction. It was first shown in a room about the size of where we're sitting in the Basel Fair, and gradually it grew. When did you leave that? And tell me what you did there.
So I stayed around 10 years, and from 2010 with the launch of the Chrono Monte Carlo, the first one, and then 2012 the launch of the Black Bay that really changed completely the perception of the brand. So it was a fantastic experience.
Well, I have my own feeling on the Basel world. You and I shared a sausage together.
Absolutely.
So isn't it?
The heights of gastronomy to which you both saw is quite remarkable.
But you were one of the first people, Nick is, but you were one of the first people in the watch world to actually have a chat and have a conversation with me, and I always hold that as kind of like one of those halo moments for me, especially going to Basel World. That was the most glamorous place
it was the most glamorous
ever
place.
been. I mean, the sausage.
Wasn't there that brothel near the fair? That,
Nick, I don't know anything about.
But I think one of the executives used to check in there for the whole week as his hotel.
Oh, no.
I think it was the Red Rose, wasn't it? The Red Rose. The Red
Red
Rose. and then where was that nightclub in the basement of that hotel? The one opposite. Was it the Intercontinental or something like that?
I never heard of it.
Anyway, I obviously spent, but I used to see people down there, and they had their ties. Shows how long ago different people wore ties, tied around their head like a kind of bandana. It was quite.
Basel World
Wild.
was wild.
Basel World was wild. I went to the 125th anniversary of IWC, where they had the German-Swiss comic. Could you imagine such a thing? That's a sort of oxymoron, isn't it? Comedy and German Swiss. But anyway, he tore up pieces of newspaper on stage as entertainment for the 125th year of. And what else? The barges.
Well, things have changed since then.
Yes, they have. Are you coming? You're at Geneva now, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
And in your new role as Bremont.
Yes,
Now,
exactly.
tell us about that.
Wait. I want to actually jump. So Tudor, then. So let's just
Panerai
first. Then Tudor. So both met you through Tudor. I'm sure Nick met you.
I knew you
through
in Panerai.
Yeah, exactly.
But I first met you at Tudor, and then you went on to Montblanc.
Correct.
That was, and was it the Minerva that came?
Correct.
The Minerva was great.
It was me bringing in.
That's a great movement.
Yeah.
That's a great movement. That's a great movement, aren't they? Those Minerva calibers.
It is, and it really reconnected the brand with the collectors.
Yeah.
Now, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
2.5 years ago, you and I launched a watch. Well, 2 years ago we launched a watch that was the second edition of our Bremont, but that was kind of like your first.
Is that what you're wearing today?
I'm wearing the first edition.
Cool, that's a really cool watch.
Well, thank you. The second
Almost
one,
as cool as the one the Seiko you did recently.
Oh, well, thank you.
That was really cool.
Well,
and
thank
the box is fantastic, like a snakehead, isn't it?
It's the old.
Anyway, look. You better get back to business.
But what we were doing, so two and a half years ago, you started with a vision of Bremont, and that's where you and I had a chat when I was kind of forced upon you, because it was one of your before the change of the brand. I was forced upon you with the original
Founding partners.
California dial GMT Bremont. Absolutely, I love this watch. I loved what we did. We even went to look for the Northern Lights and
Aurora.
and it was
Why
called
did you look for
Aurora.
Why did you look for the Aurora?
Because the
Did you find it, by the way?
Illuminous-
Did you find it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and what was amazing is Davide did this amazing. He brought more luminous into the.
Oh wow! I love coloured. Is it coloured lume? Does it shine blue?
It shines, but it shines off the wrist. It's unreal. So, but when we were talking, so I'm kind of pulling out a long story, and it's not about me; it's about you. So I've been told that it shouldn't be talking about me. But you said I've got a vision, and I've got a vision of where this brand is going to go, and bear with where it's going. If I kind of look at the first wave of people looking at the brand, it was quite tough, wasn't it? Or maybe, and I'm not looking at the past, but I'm kind of saying...
But you mean your transition to Bremont?
Yeah.
I think it was a very... It had a loyal fan base that feared anything to change too much.
Yeah.
Correct, exactly.
And you have changed it quite a bit.
We have, but not too much neither. Aviation remains our core business and our DNA. And you were talking about which was the vision. I see my work a lot like a translator one. So if you look back at the early days of Bremont, it was the inception of the brand was really about let's make the indestructible pilot watch. So there is aviation pilot watches, and there is this idea played in a very British quirky way of indestructible watch, of extreme robustness, and this association with the Martin Baker and the triptych case, this case, anti-vibration, anti-magnetic. Now anti-magnetic is a standard, but like 16 years back it was quite visionary.
I find it a big problem. I mean, not that I fly and pilot aeroplanes and jump from them and all that, but I do. If I put an old Cartier or Boucheron next to my telephone for too long, it screws it up.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Or laptops.
indestructible pilot watches. That's really the inception and the origin of the brand. So tool watch is essentially is the definition of a tool, the perfect definition of a tool watch. So how can we extend keep the Britishness, extend this idea of a tool watch not only to pilot watches but also to divers, also to like field watches and other kind of watches, and that's where comes Sealand and there. Supermarine was already existing. We just redesigned it and we made it more durable. We shifted all our steel in 904L steel. We brought ceramic, titanium, and really worked on robustness, durability.
Talk about 904L steel, because I think it's important that it's kind of, there's steel and then there's 904 steel. Tell me about that a bit.
Correct. It's like the Rolls-Royce of to use a British association of alloys of steel. Is very durable, the most durable existing, and it has also a very special lure, a very special light that makes it very recognizable and makes it very rich. I mean, it's not by chance that Rolex uses it since ever.
Exactly.
So that was a very strong engagement. We brought bronze, but not any bronze, the cupro aluminum, the alloy that is used in aerospace, in naval special project. We're speaking about luminescence before. I love luminescence in a watch, and we are using latest generation Super Luminova. In Terra Nova we use Super Luminova blocks, so something that glows a lot, and for sure is connected with tool watch, but is also beautiful, just magic, poetic side of a watch. And I see, I push to have in all our boutique a UV lamp. When you light up the things, for people is magic, becomes another thing that you can share with your friends.
And it does bring us a sort of childlike joy, and I mean that in a nice way. Look, it lights up and it's a different color. I mean, it is.
You are a genius, and I really love this idea of joyful watchmaking. I think that watchmaking has really this art, also this idea of surprise, of fun, and of joy. Really,
But I mean, it's something that when it was freed from its original stated purpose of keeping accurate or precise time, it's become something else to survive. It had to become. It had to have more to sell than its precision.
Correct.
And so when we go for the change, and it's this vision now we see. I mean, you've got the legendary, and I'm going to say, and Nick kind of will say, but this new jumping hour, you know, that vision, you know,
The guichet.
The guichet.
That was a great serendipitous moment, wasn't it? When there were 3 guichets. You wait a decade for a guichet, and then 3 come along at the same time.
Exactly.
There was the Cartier, there was the LV, and then there was Bremont.
Even if LV is a Trenant, but
I know.
the
It's a
look
dragging
is
hour,
the same.
but the look is the same.
And yeah, I think this for us is like Black Bay for Tudor, is the pivoting piece that gives a completely different view of what Bremont can do. It is made on a design that is basically a field watch, but then used with the Montra guichet design, and I think it's fun. It's joyful watchmaking. Is rare, is an old complication that comes back in a modern way. It has this running second hand that look like a compass.
I mean, I've seen lots of delicate guichets. I mean, AP did them as well in the 20s. So it's something that it had a brief life, but I'd never seen it really used on a kind of modern tool watch. It's something different. What gave you that idea?
So I've always loved jumping hours, the jumping hour complication, for its rarity and for its uniqueness, and also because I think we 3 share the fact of generationally being what Nicola Negroponte is saying, post-digital, post-analog, pre-digital, and that's what the complication is. It's
it goes back to the 70s when you had the clockwork digitals.
Exactly, because the display is.
You were too young to remember
digital.
that. You're a bit too young.
No, but I'm thinking about it is that you have to read that time, not tell the time.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
I love that. And this is the dish. Now with the phone, we have to read the time and not tell the time. The big hand, the little hand. That's what I'm explaining, and that's what I love about this watch is that you are actually reading the time. So as you talk about this, the analog versus the digital.
Spot on.
I think it is about, I'm not looking at the big hand, the little hand, and saying it's 3 o'clock. I'm saying actually I've got to read it, and it says it's 3:01.
And it makes quite a big difference because when you're looking at the time with 3 hands, you're always running behind the next hour coming.
Yeah.
In this one, you are staying till 00:59 or 59, which is in reality a way of being more in the present.
Psychologically,
hadn't
you are
thought
brilliant.
about
I love
that.
brilliant. I hadn't thought about it either.
I'm always panicking that I'm late for everything.
I am late for everything.
I'm an optimist
But
on time.
this you feel less guilty.
I don't think that to relieve some of that guilt would be very welcome, I have to say.
But really, that has been, let's say at Geneva Watch Days, last year and then this year. Last year it was the rebrand. This year it really that stepped into its own world and its own universe, and you kind of really did a good launch around it. So
How successful has it been?
Really successful.
Meaning, how many have you made?
The first one we made 100 pieces in bronze. The one that we presented at Watches and Wonder, it was gone after 2.5 weeks, which for us is very
amazing,
quick.
yeah.
Yes.
And that's why now we come with the steel version, wildly unlimited, not LE but WU, so that it's accessible to everyone. And we have create scarcity and rarity and appeal on that one, and then we open it to the wider public.
Yes.
But this, to me, is really the pivotal piece that shows what Bremont can become. It's a field watch, it's a sport watch, but it's also a very joyful one. So
Tell us about the whole field watch thing, because I know that's. I mean, I've written about that in the FT, and it's a sort of. I mean, it's sort of come out of nowhere, really. The field watch is basically a sort of robust time-only watch, isn't it?
correct.
With a special configuration on the dials, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So my thinking comes from, if you look at sport watches, and I've been working in sport watches my whole career, you basically have three big pillars that are, the divers, that are, the chronographs, and the kind of generic sport watch. And I really felt there was a kind of blind spot, which was because of the resurgency of tool watches. That was the field watch, or was the kind of military inspired sport watch or tool watch. And we are very connected with the military since the inception of the brand.
Yes.
We do special limited edition for squad around the world.
Oh, that's cool.
So that is also the jumping, but with a different.
Sorry, we're getting
we're like kids in a candy store. You were talking about the military, and we were just like, "Oh my god!" I just noticed that there were two kind of watch.
This is exactly what it is.
This is really me on a dial.
That is very good. That is very good.
It's so cool. I'm like,
who does your dials actually? Because they're really nice.
Swiss.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Honestly,
Thank
but
you.
this is another form of jumping hour.
And also we speak about luminescence. The hour, the running second hands, and the triangle are all luminescent. So again, a nice.
So this is the Terra Nova with the black dial. It is
jumping hour in
jumping out,
40.5.
and honestly,
you're sounding like a QVC salesman here. I mean, or whatever it is. It's fantastic.
and yours for a special price today only.
Today only. These are great. Admire the luster.
And
luster.
look at the steel of this, and it's my god,
George,
the crown and
that steel is fantastic.
oh my god, it's
look at
L53 such and such steel.
Look at the way that bracelet. Isn't that satisfying clip?
Oh my god!
We're down to 23. We sold.
We've sold 100 of these right now. No,
matching colors.
Matching colours. See how it matches the colour.
No.
See how it goes with your eyes.
It goes. But no, for me, this Terra Nova, I when the green one came out and the original I loved what the Terra Nova did, and your kind of the future. And this is where I keep on coming to, is the most positive side of it is, I think what you did was you kept going, instead of where quite a lot of CEOs in that point would go, the hell has happened? Because if anyone's been living under a rock, it was quite a turbulent time.
Yeah, it was.
When you took over, but you kind of kicked ass and carried on, and you really have, because your team and what you do and where you represent now, you look at these watches, and within a very short period of time, now the watch world, as you know, works in a very slow period of time. You've done in 2.5 years what most
you
brands...
have done a lot. I mean, there's the guy at Breguet. We want to get him on sometime. He did a 250th anniversary collection in about 7 months or something. There's nothing. I mean, so it's this kind of, you're getting more rapidity, but you basically refreshed an entire brand, haven't you, really?
Yeah, definitely. So you have here 3 good examples of what you're doing. The Terra Nova is a field watch, but it's not because it's a field watch that you need to get stuck with the codes off. Yeah. We're playing with fun, joy, with the movement, jumping hour, with materials, the bronze.
And dare I say, the Panerai influenced case here.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the military early days and this readability and simplicity.
And this cushion case with the circular.
Yeah, cushion case. I love it, with short lugs, because it's very wearable and thin. New metal bracelet. You know how difficult it is to do a nice metal bracelet.
And I mean, it's slinky on the wrist. I know that sounds a weird word for it, but it feels, when you're wearing it, it feels comfortable.
It is a sophisticated bracelet. Look, I mean, it's even got the engraving of the compass on the closure. It's fantastic.
Exactly.
This one.
Then you have
So I say slinky, and now I say silky.
Yeah.
The texture of this titanium. Is it?
Correct.
Is it 904378 titanium? Is it grade 5, or is it just titanium, regular titanium?
Is grade 2 titanium.
Grade 2, yeah.
But then it has a very special microblasting and then a special coating, and gives this stealthy look at the MB that is our icon, existing since 16 years. And is the MB, but is
it's got the feel of sort of it's.
Do you know what I mean? It's silky.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like a fabric. A lot of people when touch it, they say it looks like
it feels
cashmere. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
And I really, but do you know this is, and if I'm going to talk about a luxury brand on this. It feels like it looks like Prada. It looks like something where, like, okay, it feels technical. It feels robust. It feels like something that that's kind of my sense on this. It is, when I first saw this, even the dial, because it's like a stone dial, but because this can actually withstand X amount of Gs. Is that right?
Exactly. So that was the first watch, and you know, the indestructible one, because it's tested by Martin Becker
Yes.
with the ejection seat. So I wanted to use the meteorite pattern, but not to have a fragile dial. So
Yes.
we just scanned the texture and made a matrix to do it on the dial, which I don't know if it's never been done, but it looks super cool. And also we used the yellow end that was the one of the MB1, so for all the brand lovers. And then we have the third universe, that is that one, diving watches, full ceramic, 500 meter deep diving, but with this nice white dial with this
That is very
three-dimensional
very
pattern.
beach. It's very
So-
it makes me want to take a holiday, that watch.
Exactly. They are all sport watches, but with a twist.
It's a
You see what I
night
mean?
diver version that, you know, that full white dial, the perfect combination, but also the rubber strap is, and what I love, and I really do love this, is that quick deployment. You haven't, on each of these watches, I
All
can
of
take
them
the
are
bracelets
quick
off, I can, but it's not a fancy system where you've come
Oh no,
up with your own
this is nice.
unique-
This is nice. This is nice.
That's what I
Yeah.
love about, and I'm sorry, it's
And even
one,
the bracelet, they
Yeah.
are all easy interchangeable.
but the great thing is you care about your customer on how you've done that, because some brands come up with the most fanciest system because you have to stay on their straps. When you talk to most, and I'm going to talk to most of you guys and ask you a question, and maybe put something in the comments. How many of you actually?
I like
train-
that. I like that. Notice that interactivity we're looking for there.
Yeah, the interaction. No, but how many of you strap hack your watches? Because honestly, I strap hack any watch. That
Do you really?
I love when I get a brand new watch. I always take the strap off and change it for something else.
It's interesting. It's really. I'm too lazy, so when it's on there, I kind of leave it on there because I haven't got. I mean, I'm usually rattling around picking things up at the last minute. So it's whatever's to hand. And
But you are the master of accessorization,
Yes.
and that's what you can do. You know, you have your own one, but then you change, and every time you refresh a little bit to the feeling of it.
Yeah.
We use the NATO strap,
Yeah.
the one done in east of France by Julien Faure, with the Velcro scratch that
that's
are
nice.
super qualitative and durable and fun and magic, because they are done with these looms from 1800, and there is the magic of
But
craftsmanship.
but that's where I think it's the care. It's the care for the customer and the care that people look. I love strap hacking. Nick doesn't, but then I know a lot of people do. I talk to my son and his friends, and all of them instantly, when they get a watch, they make it their own by strap hacking, by changing, by doing. And I kind of love that experience. I love the experience. So to do it like that and to do it with just a little pin is the most easiest way, because then you're saying, make it yours. We love, you love.
it's very
Bremont.
simple, but it is very effective.
It really is effective, and noticing that, I think you brought some goodies for us to see today, and I feel excited. I feel excited about the future, and I kind of want to ask you a bit more, kind of like let's do a kind of where do you see, like, in
Yeah,
two
where
and
do
a
you
half
see?
years?
Because it's interesting for me. I mean, I know that there was a watch that I didn't really see the point of this year, which was this very complicated one, because I thought there was nothing in between that watch and the sort of the field watches that you're so specifically good at. So will you be filling that gap between the sort of £30,000 watch and the sort of £4,000 watch?
We are definitely. That watch is the perpetual calendar monopusher.
Yes.
That is part of the pilot line.
I mean, it's not a bad watch. I just thought it was the wrong watch at the time.
You thought it was
Yeah.
left field on what?
No,
they were
I just
launching?
thought it was sort of you got the sort of the Bremont world here, and then this was sort of over there somewhere. I mean, it was a great piece, but
I get it. In reality, the fact is, because we are independent and we don't have a brand up, a brand down, we can do, and we have, the brand exists since 23 years. We have a number of customers that are collecting, and they buy all the complicated pieces that we present. So that's just a way of, you were speaking about serving your customer, a fantastic way of giving them a perpetual with a sport design in a titanium case, with our triptych case that is anti-vibration, anti-magnetic, and really something that you can wear every day. In effect, 30,000 is not
no.
nothing,
I mean,
but still compared to other brands is in a way a very interesting value for money proposition. And then in the middle, we have a a number of chronographs and a number of complications. We will be together in Dubai in like 1 month, and
You're coming?
we
Yes.
will
Oh, great.
we will present in
I'm
there
not going scuba
something
diving this time.
that fills that gap and in a very interesting way.
I saved your life, didn't I?
You did save my life. Nick saved my life in Dubai, but that's for another story. But so we're going to see some other in the Bremont range. We'll see in Dubai. So do watch. This will probably come out in January of next year. So,
We're talking Dubai 2028.
Immediately available.
but what I would say is, so we will start seeing the Bremont future. So because what you've achieved in 2.5 years, I think is amazing. From switching a brand round, doing the future of the watches, and now kind of going on for the next, let's say, 2.5 years. Where would you like it to be? What if you had your vision today? If I was a fairy godmother and in my tutu and whatever, saying to you, where would you want it to be in 2.5 years? What would you have more bricks and mortar?
The brand is incredible, but is still very poorly known, even in UK, which is our home country.
Yeah.
So there is quite a lot that we need to do to, let people know what Bremont is and what stands for, and that is also linked to our geographic structure. We are, been 23 years in UK. We are now very successful in US.
Yeah.
We are there since around 7 years, and now we're picking up really strongly. The brand proposal resonates perfectly with the American market, and then we are starting. We will open Italy now. We are just starting to work on it in Italy.
Because Italy used to be a highly important market, didn't it?
It is still.
I mean, in the 80s, it was extraordinary.
Absolutely, and watch collection and auctions.
Watch collections were invented. Really, modern watch collecting was invented by the
Italians. And you've got a lot of Brits that have moved to Italy as well. So.
Yes, to enjoy that flat tax rate. We're not.
I just hinted at it.
We're not.
Also because of the
other tax breaks are available, as they say on the BBC. But George, I wanted to pick up on something you said about American. You've got American backing now, haven't you?
Yeah, correct.
And it's not backing; it's whole ownership, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
What's that like working with Americans?
Bill Ackman.
He's a great man.
He's a great man.
I met him.
You met him at Watches and Wonders, and it was a fantastic discussion. Very inspirational person, true watch collector. He has an incredible personal watch collection, and he really loves watches. So yeah, very good connection between us, very inspirational, because Americans are totally focused on opportunities, which perhaps Europeans a little bit less.
We're terrible old cynics in Europe.
Exactly. So that is refreshing, and then also because we have a proper financial backing that really allows us to build up and work for the long term, which is very interesting.
And didn't you have an interest in one of the Howard Hughes companies? Do you remember we were talking about this when we talked? There's a Howard Hughes company involvement.
In the past, but
No, I was hoping we could get sort of elements of the spruce goose and make them into a watch. Do you know what I mean?
But look, talking about the US, you and I have just come back from New York, and when I look at US, it feels what I felt, and I don't know what you felt, but it felt very buoyant as a market, and it felt like the US buyers, and especially for Bremont, but also when I was there on the streets and everything, it seemed very much an exciting. Do you feel, when you talk about Italy, but do you feel like US, you said you've been there 7 years, are you doubling down in the US? Are you going further?
The objective is to double down in the next 2 years. And
you've got a 29% advantage on your colleagues in.
Correct. And just the brand resonates really well with the US customer. We have a fantastic team, incredible team, exceptional.
You got the killer salesman. Was that the killer salesman?
Yeah, absolutely. But the whole team is really passionate, and really it's a pleasure to work with them. So I need to, they deserve a big applause. And then the market has become the first market worldwide. Is growing. Is very dynamic. We have one boutique in New York, in Madison, and we are starting to be present. We are opening quite a lot of
shopping shops.
Partnership with retailers.
Oh, good. So you're
big
getting
retailers. So which is new for us. We have a big business in cruises where we have been historically and is working really well. So that market is growing well. Europe, we are starting to tackle it. Italy now, and probably Germany will be the second one coming. Everything needs to be done. So the vision is a brand that becomes, let's say, international, properly international, and then global over time, so that it becomes known. In terms of products, I think now it's very clear. We have sea, land, and air. We have a fourth universe that will disclose in Watches and Wonders.
The fourth universe. The fourth universe.
You can imagine which
the
one
fourth
it is.
universe. I can't wait. I'll get my ejector seat
and
out.
that's it. And really playing a little bit, the British challenger, and a brand that brings joyful watchmaking and new designs, new materials. This is perfect. It's a special development in terms of movement, brings our signature, and that's exactly what we need to do. The market is so crowded. If you don't propose something different, it's very difficult to survive.
Can I ask you, this is a totally off-brand question, because we've heard from your history, Panerai, Tudor, Montblanc, Bremont. But now my question for you is, what do you do after hours? What's your kind of the things that...
I love that. Introducing.
I'm coming back into our time. But what is your... Because I know you and I have talked about some of the things that you've done, and I'd love to share, because the man, this is Davide, the man that, what are the things that make you smile, that apart from watches? Let's move watches aside, because you showed me some photographs.
How dare you move watches aside? How dare you move watches aside? Move them. No, leave watches where they are.
I'm really enjoying Great Britain. Really enjoying.
Wow, that's a surprise! Oh my!
Yeah. We both looked at each other. I looked shocked.
As you know, my morphing into a Brit started a long time ago, from a stylish point of view. And
I thought you look totally like an Italian sort of dandy from Naples in about 1918 or something like that.
Thank you. So, I'm a crazy fly fisherman, but I've been fishing since I was a kid, 3 or 4 years old. My father, my grandfather is really, my chromosomes are, and UK is the world where fly fishing was invented. There are beautiful chalk streams.
Was it really? I didn't know.
Especially in the south. I visited Scotland also. I fish even salmon, so here I'm enjoying a lot. Chalk stream is beautiful.
Really, that's fantastic.
We have one of our ambassadors, Jim Murray, is also very engaged. He's
That's
a fly fisherman.
There's something like the fly fishing world has been totally ignored by watchmaking.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
You can do a special edition with him.
I will.
The fly fisher.
Yeah,
That'll
absolutely.
be brilliant.
But the thing I love is that you come alive on watches, and then fly fishing is something else that you come. And for me, it's a world that I don't know anything really about. And I know that you and I have chatted a long time. And every time I've spoken to you, I kind of go, oh my God, I want to go and do fly fishing.
Yeah,
then I do it. I try and I catch it in a tree.
I bet it's impossible. I bet it's impossible.
It's like golf. It has been invited by Brits, so there is a level of complexity embedded.
Well, there is. I mean, there is. I mean,
I feel like I'm kind of tapping my head and rubbing my tummy.
By the way,
I feel like I'm walking and chewing gum at the same time.
I've been invited in the London Fly Fishing Club. That is incredible.
Wow,
really beautiful. There are memorabilia of
the big stuff, pike and things like that.
Yeah, and they have the biggest library about fly fishing in the world.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
It will be perfect. I will invite you to have lunch there.
Yeah, I would love that. Where is it? Where is it?
After hours.
That's brilliant. I mean, it's so good you introduced it. We should do the fly fishing issue.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then you did also one that I like. You had to Damascus steel with what gun maker was it? Churchill's or something like that.
Yeah, correct, exactly.
Do you still work with them?
Yeah, absolutely. And I also discovered clay shooting, which I absolutely love.
So
even my wife.
You're becoming more of a Brit than even Nick and
totally,
myself.
Yes,
totally morphing into a Brit.
Unless I start fly fishing in sort of the Thames or something like that.
Not in the Thames, but
Hyde Park.
Yeah, Hyde Park.
I spent all my summer in US.
Yes.
And I did, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and I love nature. I love outdoor. I love hiking.
I can't abide hiking. I think it would be terrible for me.
Well, but what you showed me images, and it was one of those things that I just was like, wow, I wanted to be almost a fly on your
A fly
shoulder.
on the end of the hook.
No, I didn't want to be a fly on but this is where...
They're very beautiful, by the way.
But you know, when you talk about field watches and adventure and things like that, you are one of those people that is doing it as well. So that's something that I really think is, you know, the custodian of the hands
It's
of
like Le
Bremont
Patron GC.
Oh.
Yeah, which is always good to know.
Yeah.
Look, I wanted to say thank you for coming on, and really thank you for
inviting me.
seeing us and chatting and bringing some amazing...
And also bringing fly fishing to the front. I mean, it's a whole new world I'm going to explore now.
Well,
fly fishing.
Absolutely.
new accessories for you.
Yeah, totally.
There'll be totally loads of new
I
accessories.
love that.
can
Love the bags with string on the outside.
Yes, but I can imagine you would have the chicest bag with us.
No, I have enough problems shooting, so I mean,
Like
I should have covered my
brooches,
microphone up there.
look,
Covered my microphone up.
Look, it's
hunting brooches,
Oh,
and,
that's
you
very
know,
nice.
fishing brooches, and I did a bespoke cowboy hat,
Yeah.
and I put a silver trout brooch.
And you
on
didn't
the
bring it with
hat,
you onto
like
the show. That's shocking. I want to see that.
pleasure.
So,
Anyway,
look,
that's
thank
it.
you so much. This has been After Hours. Nick, this has been absolute...
Leave comments below. I'm doing the interactive bit.
Leave comments below, but also thank you for watching.
And thank you to the Emory for hosting.
Yes,
Yeah.
this has been an absolute treat. We are at the home of horology.
Home of high horology.
High horology.
Thank
Nick.
you, Davide, for coming on. You know, you're a great man, and it's great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Same. Thank you really for inviting me.